Hey guys! Welcome back to Sierra's Random Things, aka Sierra Ray on YouTube, because I probably changed that name like a long time ago from Sierra's Random Things to Sierra Ray, because Sierra Ray just like sounds cool. If I were to become famous, I would want Sierra Ray to be my actual name. I should probably look at the camera. Sorry about that. The last time I posted on here was probably for like classwork or like a video star when I was like 11. I just wanted to come on here and kind of share my testimony about how things sometimes don't work out. So I wanted to share my testimony on how sometimes things don't work out, and I hope this video kind of can have people, if somebody needs to relate to someone and like something in their life isn't working out and they're kind of sad about it or anxious about it or want something to change, like it can be like, it's okay. It is okay. Because things have happened to me, and I'm okay. All right. Well, I'll talk about the biggest thing in my life right now. Or was the biggest thing in my life. I think I have eyeliner under my eye, so that's cool. I think it's gone now. Anyways, everyone's probably wondering, Sierra, I thought you were joining the military. What's going on with that? Well, so in November, or I think I left November 9th to join Air Force military basic training. It was a very big goal of mine. It was such a big passion. I've never really been passionate about too many things in life. Definitely not the military. I'll tell you that. I've never, ever want to join the military. And then I had a boyfriend who was in the army, and then I had like a situationship that was in the army, and I was kind of jealous of like the community, the lifestyle, the camaraderie. They just had like such a community, I want friends. I want to do that. Even if it's in the military, like, I don't know. I just feel like that community is something you can never, like, that's always going to be there, Even when you're out, you can always relate to someone somewhere. Oh, you're in the military? Oh, shit. Like, yeah, what's your rank? Blah, blah, blah. So I want to join for that. I didn't really have anything big I wanted to do, like, job-wise. Kind of just, like, I got my communications degree from Florida State. And it's like, yeah, communications. I only did that because I was going to do a business degree. And then that didn't work out. So then I switched to communications because I thought that was kind of like the best way to go after that, best way to segue. I didn't really have any like passions, like degree specific. I told my parents, I was like, I don't really even know what I want to do. They're like, do business. I tried business, didn't work, whatever. Okay, cool. So got my communications degree. And then I minored in hospitality. And do I like the service industry? Yes. Does it pay? No. That's okay. So after I graduated, I decided I was going to join the United States Air Force. Got that. Easy work. So when I graduated from Florida State, I moved home for the summer, worked out, got my shit together. Like stopped drinking, smoking, whatever I needed to do, join the military, met with a recruiter, and then I ended up getting a really good job in the military, in the Air Force, paralegal. That's a really good job. And because you have to interview for it. You don't have to interview for every single job, but paralegal, got to interview for it, and I got it. It's very nice. I was so excited. And so I went to Air Force basic military training on November 9th. Took the flight out to San Antonio, met some cool people, literally from my recruiter's office. We took the same plane, went to the same dorm. Craig and Reynolds, I love you girls so much. I miss them. But yeah, so I was in BMT from November 9th. I spent 5 weeks in that dorm, and I was there for Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's. Kind of a shitty way to spend your holidays, but I was surrounded by people, like that's what I went for. I craved community. I had community. I got to call my parents like on the holidays, so that was nice. But because of the holidays, we didn't really work out that much. We didn't do as many, like when I was there, I was only in there for what? I was supposed to only be there for 2 months. I had less than 5 run days in those 2 months. 5 run days. So this is a sign to go in there having the basic minimum standards, which is like kind of obvious, right? But I asked my recruiter because I said, oh yeah, like I don't have like the minimum standards. She's like, they'll teach you there. They'll teach you there. I'm like, okay, awesome. I can't wait. So yeah. So I was in my first dorm for about 5 weeks. It was amazing. The girls I met were literally the best people ever. And like I really started to like become a part of the dorm. At first I was kind of like asking other people like, how do I do this? How do I do that? But then like second, third week, I'm doing that shit. I'm sounding off. It was so much fun. And then fifth week, we took our PT test. I don't pass the run. I do not pass the run because I got like a 1930 41 push-ups, 60 sit-ups. So in order to pass the run, you need like a maximum of 18 minutes and like 30 seconds. Sounds easy, right? That's only for a mile and a half. So that sounds very doable. You know, it does. It really does. And on my third week PT test, I actually did get an 1830. And so if I would have aligned that with my fifth week push-up and sit-up scores, I would have passed actually. But no. Somehow I didn't improve for my fifth week run. I de-improved? I don't know the word. Haven't been in college for like a minute, but it's okay. I improved. I don't know what the word is. We'll figure it out though. But yeah, so they sent me back 2 weeks actually to a different dorm. And you know what's so funny? That dorm, right across the hall from my old dorm. So every time I was going, and that's like kind of fucking crazy, let me tell you, because those two dorms are in a squadron. There are like 6 squadrons on this base they could have sent me to. There are about 2 or at least dorms in each squadron. They sent me to the dorm across the hallway on the same fucking floor in the same squadron. So every day, after 5 weeks of being with these girls, I had to look out the door at my old dorm and see just how like together they were without me. And I just love them so much. And you don't get it until you're like in basic training, like how much of a bond you form with people. But like seeing them and then being in this new dorm, completely new people. They know I'm there because I failed the run. It's kind of intimidating at first because like, I don't know, these girls, they're in their third week. So they sent me back from fifth week to third week. And they've already formed these relationships in third week. They've been with each other for 3 weeks, you know. And my old girls are in this dorm across the hall. And so I'm trying to form these relationships, and you know, eventually I do. And there's some good girls and there's some sweet girls. But so okay. So I'm in my new dorm, right? I'm trying to make relationships. It's going all right. The new instructors I have, because you get new instructors once you go back, they're kind. But when they sent me back to try to work on my PT for my final run test, that's why they sent me back, right? Tell me why I only had one PT day. One PT day in between the 2 weeks I got sent back. How am I supposed to improve with 1 day? And you think, oh, in basic training, you're running so much. No, bro, you're not. In my first dorm with my instructors, we ran 3 times as a dorm, as a flight is what they call it. So our flight was integrated with the males in one of the other dorms. We only ran 3 times. You're supposed to be there for like, what, 40, 50 days? 3 times as a flight. And so then when I go to this new dorm, somehow they run even less. Make that make sense? I don't know. So, of course, I get sent back to the third week, bring it on fourth, I'm in the fifth. All right, time to take my final 5th week PT test because I'm already in the second dorm. It's not like they're going to recycle me again because they just don't do that. So, obviously, because I only had 1 PT day to improve, I failed the PT test again. And boom, they said, Trainee Bartleson, you're getting sent to med hold. It's like, nuts. That's okay. So I get sent to med hold. I'm sad. You know, I'm crying. I'm telling my mom, I don't want to go home. I don't want to go home so bad. Like, I'm tired. Like, I don't even want to go back because, like, I just get, like, anxiety thinking about, like, getting yelled at again. Probably wasn't that bad. But then I started talking to these girls in Medhold. It's called the Training Squadron, the 77th Training Support Squadron. That's Medhold. So people are there for like their like legs being fucked up, or like they failed a PT test, or they're waiting on a waiver to get approved. One of these girls was there for anemia that she didn't even have. Whatever. So I'm in Medhold, and I do have the option to rebuttal my case and go back to training. I did not want to do that, but then I was talking to these other girls in Medhold as well, and they're like, I really think you should rebuttal. Like, some girls in Medhold are very negative and just want to go home, so they're going to try to get you to go home too, because it's just like that energy. I was like, you know what? You're right. Let me rebuttal this shit. Let me do it. I'm going to rebuttal. I'm going to go back. And I'm going to have like, what, 2, 3, 4 weeks. I'm going to run some more. It's not the holidays anymore. We're going to run every day. Maybe I'll even get into a squadron that actually fucking runs, right? Wrong. So I tried to rebuttal. I actually made a really good rebuttal case. I mean, I'm a communications degree, right? Like, I can communicate. I can get you guys to, like, listen, you know? So basically my rebuttal, I was just like, because of the holidays, we didn't get that many run days. I actually did ask 2 different instructors, 2 different situations, if I could utilize the track, because that's what they say, utilize. If I could utilize the track and practice, and they both said no, because the ATs, athletic trainers, weren't there to, like, supervise. But I asked, okay? I asked for that extra training that I needed. I did. I really did. I mean, it's basic military training. You'd think they'd give me, I don't know. I understand, but, you know. So I rebuttaled, and I was actually in Medhold. So got through November 9th. Was supposed to graduate on New Year's. And I was in Medhold from New Year's until January 27th. So I was literally there for like an extra month. And while it was a good month in Medhold, let me tell you, the first 2 weeks, I fell in love, bro. I did fall in love the first 2 weeks with this random girl. Maybe not love, but it was fun. She got sent back to training. All you do in Medhold, read books, watch movies. You still can't have your phone, but like you can have it 2 times a week for an hour. So that was cool. Same food, except they have like wraps. They got watermelon, kiwi. That was cool. But yeah, Medhold was alright. You know, I actually met one of my good friends who is still there, by the way. I met her in Medhold in January, and she's still in basic training. And I just sent her a letter, actually. But, no, getting off topic. Okay, rebuttal, lost the case, and they sent me home on January 27th. And while I did want to go back to training, parts of me did still want to come home, because it's like, I don't think you're supposed to be in that kind of environment for that long. You know, it's stressful. It is. And to even go to like the gas station to get like good snacks, it's called Base Liberty. You have to volunteer for 10 hours. And that was kind of the only thing to do though, Medhold. So like you just did it. So that was nice. But I just wanted to share this because it's like, wow. You never really hear of anybody failing out of Air Force. Basic military training. They say it's the easiest basic training of the branches, and I think that is true. I think a part of me does have asthma a little bit, because I do struggle running a lot. Like, that was literally the only thing. That was the only thing that I struggle with, was the running. But since I came back to the town I live in, my mom told like everyone and their mother that I was joining the Air Force, which is like super good because I know she's proud of me, and she probably didn't think I would fail. But yeah, like everywhere I go, everyone's like, so yeah, are you here at your first base? You get this as your first base? Or like they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing here? What are you doing back? I'm like, yeah, I have to say, I've literally, bruh, coming back initially, I was like, oh my god, like, I have to tell everybody, like, I have to tell everybody that I fucking suck, basically, which I know isn't the case, but it feels like that, you know, it really does. And so, yeah, everywhere I've gone, I just had to be like, yeah, it didn't work out, Do I blame it on asthma? Do I blame it on me being a shit runner? Is it like kind of both? I didn't get diagnosed with asthma. I feel like that's kind of like a cop out, but like I also feel like it's true. I don't know. A part of me does feel like a failure just because it was like, really, bruh, 18 minutes. You couldn't be an 18-minute mile and a half. Be so for real. Be so for real. Like, so yeah, but like that's why I wanted to come on and share, because I am planning to utilize my degree, do something good. And you know what? I could even go back to the Air Force in like 3 to 6 months. I could even try again. If I build up my endurance in the next 3 to 6 months with my running somehow. I don't know, because I kind of went to CrossFit today and I was like very much struggling to breathe. So I really would have to work on it. But I am so passionate about it. But I just wanted to share this because shit sucks sometimes, you know? But like in the suck, there's just so much love. Basic training was definitely one of the best experiences of my life. I was there for 77 days. And you know what though? Usually when people go to military basic training, they're only in one dorm. Guess how many I was in? 3. That's 3 amount of times the people that you meet in basic military training, okay? So, you know my social media is stacked right now. And I'm still emailing a girl that's in basic training, mailing actually a girl that's in basic training too. So I'm gonna have lifelong friends out of this. It just sucks though because I'm kind of jealous because they're all in tech school and they're all like, you know, together and like doing their own thing. But like even if I was in tech school, I would be at a different state. So, you know, it's kind of whatever. And I still talk to them. I still meet up with them when I can. Some people are at the guard base here, and so I can talk to them. But lastly, I just wanted to share this video for anybody struggling in their life with something that doesn't work out, because shit doesn't work out sometimes. It really doesn't. I mean, people think you need to go to college, get your degree, get a big job, you know, join a sorority, whatever, get a job, marry the love of your life. But no, I went to college. I actually graduated college at 20. That's kind of good. I'm 21, graduated college, went to Air Force basic training, failed out of that. And now it's like I'm still young and I can still do whatever I want. The world is my oyster. And I just wanted to share this because stuff doesn't work out and that is okay. It's so okay. I see so many people when it's tiny things don't work out and they're like, oh, fuck, let me just like fuck up my life. Like nothing's meant for me. Bro, you're so young. You can literally do whatever you want. Like glass half empty, bro, glass half full. Are you kidding me? Like, for real. I don't know. Positivity and optimism is just so easy to achieve. I promise. It really is. And, bruh, if I can fill out a basic Air Force, basic, BASIC, it's called basic, bro. If I can fill out of that shit without an injury and, like, still be, like, the happiest person in the world, still thriving, surviving, going to CrossFit 3 days a week, I'm working out, I'm drinking my water, hydrate or die, then you can literally do anything you put your mind to and get over any obstacles you face, bro. Because life is good. Life is good. I mean, I know we're going to war, so maybe it worked out for the better for me. I was just going to be a paralegal, though, but, like, I don't know. They're trying to make the Air Force more, like, to where each job could do each job. But yeah, you can literally do anything you put your mind to. And then if you fail that, you can just go on to the next thing. I promise. There are so many options. So, if you take anything from this, glass half full, be who you want to be. This is your life. Literally, you're making your own story. The next chapter is up to you. The next chapter is up to you, bro. 1,000,000%. Like, 1,000,000%. You can do whatever the fuck you want. This world, I'm not saying it's a simulation, but it's kind of created by whatever your perspective of it is. And if you move any kind of way, if you make any kind of choice, it moves with you. So, you got this. Like Dory said, just keep swimming. All right. So, yeah, this has been Sierra's Random Things, aka Sierra Ray. I really appreciate you guys. If you guys listen to this, put a like and a comment down below. And, you know, subscribe to me for future adventures. Love you guys. Let me know if I can improve on anything. All right. It's been good.